As some of you may or may not have known, I became an ordained minister in October of 2013 for a multitude of reasons. I really haven't pursued it like I thought I was going to, but in some ways I kind of pursue it daily, like in the tattoo shop. And so this is I guess my first attempt at like a YouTube ministry of sorts. First off, I'd like to give everything to God, every gain, every failure, every lesson, and every victory, every day. When I was a younger man, I didn't feel the same way, and I'm ashamed to admit that now. But that's part of life, I think, is growing up and healing. But so a lot of times I catch myself in my truck on my way to work listening to preachers instead of music. I find that it sometimes they speak to me, and sometimes they inspire me, and so it just helps my day a little bit. And so this last week I had some pretty troubled waters, trying times, whatever you want to call it, and I wholeheartedly felt like God was behind not only the fight, but the healing process that hopefully we'll get to go through because of the fight. Now, a sermon that I was given on the way to work a couple days ago. I'm probably going to mess it up. I don't remember what the preacher's name was. It was either a Jeff or a Greg. But went something along the lines of, the word sin is originated from an archery term. And it meant to fall short of the bullseye. Like to say you step up to the line and the target's 50 feet out. If you don't hit the target at all, if it falls short, hits the ground, it's called a sin. And then, so it was explained through that sermon that we have sins, and then we have transgressions, and then we have iniquities. And I'm guilty. I didn't know what half of these things were. I didn't know that there was a difference between such things. But he more or less explained it like a football game, and that made it make sense to me. A sin is, oh, you just got tackled. It happens, you know. You were trying to go score a touchdown. You were following the rules. You were doing what you needed to do. You didn't quite make it. You fell short. A transgression is to literally, like, break a rule. I believe, like, go off sides. And cheat or grab onto somebody's jersey, holding, you know, things like that would be considered a transgression because you knew the rules and you still chose to break the rules. And then the iniquities are when you tear someone down. Like, that would be like going out there and physically causing harm to another player, or yeah, basically. And so that was how it was worded to me, and it really opened up my thought process on, I almost felt like I've been praying wrong, or I'm not speaking to God correctly, or with God correctly. And it made me have a little bit of humility and tried to humble up a bit on it to realize that I have my faults as well. Especially through this last week, I am guilty of committing all three: sin, transgression, and iniquities towards people I care about greatly. And I live in regret for doing it, but had I not, I maybe you never would have learned the difference between the three things. And I'm probably going to spend a lot of time making up for the damages that I may have caused or was part of causing. I still thank God every day, and I hope you do too.